How to discipline your mind. Power of a clear goal. Motivational story in English. Zen Motivational video. Have you ever felt like your mind is working against you? You sit down to focus, but your thoughts jump from one thing to another. Your phone, your worries, your memories. You try to stay on track, yet somehow the day slips away. Today's motivational story in English will remind you that success begins not with talent, but with discipline of the mind. In a small town lived a young boy named Ryan. He was bright, curious, and full of potential. His teachers often said he could achieve anything if he focused. Ryan dreamed of becoming a doctor, a man who could help others and make his family proud. But there was one problem. His mind was never still. Every time he opened a book, his thoughts wandered. He would tell himself, "I'll study after this video," or "just 5 more minutes." But those minutes turned into hours, and those hours turned into regret. He believed intelligence alone would carry him to success. But intelligence without focus is like a lamp without oil. It burns out quickly. One day, the results of the scholarship exam came out. Ryan's heart sank. He had failed, while his classmates who studied daily celebrated their success. His parents were silent, but their disappointment was heavier than words. That night, Ryan sat alone by the window, realizing something painful. Being smart is not enough. Without discipline, dreams fade away. The next morning, Ryan went to meet Coach Miller, the school's physical education teacher, a man known not only for training athletes, but for shaping character. "Coach," Ryan said, "I can't focus. My mind keeps running in every direction. I need your help." Coach Miller smiled kindly. "Controlling the mind is not easy, Ryan. Come, I'll show you something." He handed Ryan a bow and arrow and pointed to a target across the field. "Hit the center," he said. Ryan took aim and released. The arrow missed. "What were you looking at?" asked the coach. "The trees, the field, and the board," Ryan replied. Coach nodded. "That's your problem. You're seeing everything but the goal. A focused mind sees only the target, nothing else. The same rule applies to life." Those words hit Ryan deeply. Coach Miller continued, "Your phone, your fears, your distractions, they're like trees around the target. You can't remove them all, but you can choose where to look." From that day, Ryan began to train. Not his body, but his mind. Coach gave him 4 simple rules. Control your thoughts. Each time your mind wanders, bring it back to your purpose. Make a routine. Discipline is born from repetition. Remove distractions. Keep away from what weakens your focus. Practice daily. Small actions done consistently build unstoppable strength. Ryan followed the plan. He turned off his phone while studying, set fixed hours, and reminded himself daily, "My goal is to become a doctor." The first week was hard, the second even harder. But slowly, his concentration grew. Months passed. He took another exam, and this time, he came in first. When he stood on stage receiving his scholarship, he remembered Coach Miller's words. "The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't train it, it will drag you anywhere it wants. But if you guide it, it will carry you to your destination." Years later, Ryan became a doctor, respected and admired. But he never forgot the lesson. When his younger patients complained about stress or distractions, he would say, "The strongest muscle in the body isn't in your arms, it's in your mind. Train it, and it will change your life." One day, after giving a lecture at a university, a student asked him, "Dr. Ryan, what's the most powerful secret to success?" He smiled and said, "Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. If you can cross it every day, nothing is impossible." But the story didn't end there. When Ryan grew older, he faced a different kind of battle, not with exams, but with time itself. His hands began to tremble. He could no longer perform surgeries. For the first time in decades, he felt lost again. He remembered his mentor's words, "Even a trained mind needs renewal." So, Ryan began to meditate daily, focusing not on achievement, but on peace. He learned that discipline isn't only about pushing forward. It's also about knowing when to pause, to breathe, to reconnect with your heart. As he sat quietly one morning watching the sunrise, he whispered, "I trained my mind to chase success. Now I must train it to rest." In that moment, he realized true mastery of the mind is not control, but harmony. This motivational story in English teaches us something timeless. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about direction. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room, you just have to be the most consistent. Like the bow and arrow, your focus determines your outcome. When your thoughts scatter, so do your results. But when your mind is steady, your life aligns with purpose. As Buddha once said, "Rule your me, or it will rule you." And as Jesus taught, "Let your eyes be single, and your whole body shall be full of light." Even great American thinkers have echoed the same wisdom. Benjamin Franklin said, "Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." Whether through faith, philosophy, or science, the message remains the same. A disciplined mind builds a disciplined life. So, how can you apply this today? Start small. Create one habit you'll follow no matter what. Set clear goals, not vague wishes. Control what enters your mind. Your thoughts are the seeds of your future. And remember, every moment you choose discipline, you strengthen your destiny. This is not just a story of Ryan. It's a reflection of every one of us. Each day, we battle distractions, doubts, and delays. But those who win that inner war create a life of meaning. If this motivational story in English inspired you, share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Like this video, leave a comment about your favorite part, and don't forget to subscribe to Zen Motivational Video for more inspiring stories that nurture both heart and mind. Thank you for being here. Till then, be patient, be thankful, and keep moving forward in life.